Hi, welcome back. I hope you all have had a great week so far. It's always nice when we know it's gonna be Friday tomorrow, or today, because this will be up today tomorrow. It's always great. I love Fridays. I love the weekend. I love it when our whole family is just at home together and we're able to spend that time together, so that's always fantastic. I've had a pretty good week. One of my kids had Battle of the Books earlier this week, so that was awesome. He had a lot of fun. The school he goes to made it to the final, so I believe they're going to the state, so that's exciting. And prior to that, as I'm gonna be going into my projects and everything, I didn't get a lot done like I would have liked to, because right after I filmed that last video, I ended up getting sick, and that was just, I think it was about 3 days maybe. It was pretty much the weekend, because it was that Friday and I was not feeling well that day, and then because I had filmed Thursday, posted on Friday, I wasn't feeling well, and then on Saturday I kind of just, it was the weekend and I knew that I didn't have to do anything or go anywhere, so I just pretty much was in bed and just, yes. And the good thing was that our daughter she had kind of already gotten it a little bit beforehand, so she wasn't feeling super bad, but she was pretty cool, with her naps, just laying down and just kind of being there. So that really helped out, because if you are sick when you have young ones, it is not fun, because you still have to do stuff and you're not feeling it. You're just not feeling it. So I'm looking at the sun. I'm wondering if this is going to be too bright. I hope it's not too bright. It's funny because, well, I'm finding it funny right now as I'm talking, because my last video, was, the lighting wasn't great. And now I have great lighting, but now I feel like it's too bright. So sorry if it is too bright, and hopefully it's not, and I don't have to re-record this. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all the updates besides the usual, day-to-day things. The weather here has been really nice. I mean, clear skies. We've been getting the sun. It's been super beautiful, but it's been cold. So that's the only thing that is kind of like, and it hasn't been like terribly cold, but it is cold. Like, you wouldn't want to stand out there for longer than 5 minutes. So yeah, but it's been super nice. I'm just looking forward to spring days that are coming ahead, looking forward to all this daylight that we've been gaining. I love the daylight nowadays. That is my favorite. So yeah, so I'm going to start with, I don't think I've shared this on here because, yeah, obviously I'm pretty sure I didn't. So I wanted to share the scarf that I had made. This scarf is my, not mine. I was going to say it's my scarf for the winter is what I was going with, but then I was like, no, I need to share that. Okay, anyways, it's from TL Yarn Crafts, and it was called the Kelli Bias scarf. Whew, I remembered. Good memory there. Okay, yay for me. So this, and I used Scheepjes Wanderlust in the color Havana. And so this, I really love how it turned out. I normally don't go for bright colors or anything like with pink, or just, usually I'm just more in the, I've said this before, in the darker colors, but I wanted to do something different and really kind of, go a little bit out there and try something new. So yeah, I really love how it came out, and I love wearing it. It keeps you nice and warm. So just wanted to share that scarf. That was one of the things that I had finished a while ago. So, but let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my work in progresses, because yeah, I don't think I have, that's where I usually start, right? So we're going to start with the gloves, because I think that's where I started last time. Not that it matters, but I'm almost done with the gloves. I mean, technically, I guess you could say that I'm done with them. I am just weaving in the ends. So I guess this could go in a finished object, but let's just go ahead and keep it here because I am still weaving in the ends. So this one's inside out. I didn't even turn it right side out because, like I said, it's just the ends are being weaved in, and you know, but I'll show you what the glove looks like on this one, because this is the right side. So here it is, and with the sun being out, you can really see the colors of this because they're two different colors. So the cuff has one color, and then the main body part of the glove is a different color. So yeah, not too bad. Just went with a regular stockinette, nothing crazy. And I just need to, like I said, weave in the ends. So this one's pretty much like, there's not much to say about these gloves besides the fact that they're almost done. I will say that they gave me, I didn't use a pattern. I just kind of went off of what I already know. And I will say I did come up with a problem towards the end, because I don't know why I had an issue, because between this I'm considering my right hand, but it doesn't really matter because, you know, since it's the same stitch all around, you could use this as your left hand, if that makes any sense. It's interchangeable. It doesn't matter. So the thing is, though, I had a trouble, like, I guess what happened is, I think I know what happened, and it's that I went too high for my thumb, like starting my thumb increases. I think I went too high. The glove still fits, and it fits fine. It's still wearable. It's just that now that I'm done with it and thinking about it, I think that I went too high I started too high the increases. So that was number one. And then once I took the thumb stitches off, I did have to knit a little bit. And on the right hand, I knitted just a little bit less than my left hand. But I didn't go back. I'm not sure. To be honest, I wanted to undo everything, but then I decided not to, just to see if I was going to like it at the end. So after weaving in the ends and then trying it on and just kind of seeing how it was going to look, because it doesn't look bad. That's the thing. It looks great on your hand. You can't tell. It's just me knowing that that one hand has a couple rows shorter, a couple rows less than the other one. It just kind of, I don't like it. So, but my husband was like, just finish them off and then see, you know, try them out, and then you might not even, you know, notice. And like I had mentioned before, these are from my mom, so I'm gonna see if she's gonna like them. She was supposed to come that weekend that I had posted that last video up, but it didn't happen. I had told her that we ended up getting sick, and so I was like, I don't think it's gonna be a good thing if you come up this weekend. So she did it, and then it hasn't really happened. But when it does, because it might be happening here in the next coming weekends, I'll ask her too, because if it's something that's not gonna be good, I'm gonna probably most likely go back and just redo it all, because it'll make me feel better. And I just have that problem. I just can't, if I can see it or I know about it, it's like I have to, I try not to, you know, because it is one of those imperfections that is okay, you know, it's a handmade item, but it really, my brain can't handle it. Like, it bothers me, and I just have to fix it. I don't know why. I can't just let it go. I want to, but I just can't. And so it doesn't really matter how far I have to go back. I will go back. So we'll see what happens. But on the next video, these will definitely be on the finished objects for sure. If I don't have them, I will make sure to just take pictures so I can still share it with you guys. So that was the whip number one. The second one is the vest that I was working on. It's called the Mojito Vest by Casual Knit Studios. And I was able to get I got the whole front panel, because I had the back panel done. So I got the whole front panel done. So and I don't have this side put together. So I'll just show you the front, because that's really what we're looking at here is the front panel. Okay, anyways, that doesn't have to be perfect. So here's the front panel, and I was able to Shoulder seam the shoulders together. That sounded weird. Shoulder seam the shoulders together. Seam the shoulders together. That's probably better. And that was nice and easy, fun, no big deal. Didn't mind it at all. I don't know why I'm trying to show you all the way over here. It's like, hello. So there's the seam. Hopefully, you can barely tell, in my opinion at least, you can barely tell that there's a seam there. So yay for me, right? Because that means I did a good job. Now, the side is a different story. I don't think I did terrible. I don't think I did that great. And it's my first time seaming something together like this, because like I've mentioned before, I've always, is that good? Can you guys see? I've always worked the few pullovers and sweaters that I've made, I've worked them in the round. So this was the first time I was seaming something together. This was using the mattress stitch, which isn't terrible. I mean, it's not hard. I'm not sure if it's because of the yarn that it made it a little bit difficult to kind of tell where to put my needle in. But besides that, it wasn't terrible. I can't say that I don't like it. I definitely don't mind it. I just feel like this seam is a little bit more noticeable than the shoulder one, I guess is my only thing. But besides that, no big deal. It all worked out great. And when I get to the next one, I'm hoping that, you know, I do a little bit of a better job. But I think that it's gonna, you know, it's a side seam, so your arms are usually there is how I think of it. So yeah, I'm excited. I was hoping to have this done already, but between being sick and everything, it just didn't really happen. And it's okay because, you know, it should be done still by the time that my mom comes up here. So, or however it works, if I see her first by going down to visit her or something, you never know, then I will have it done. And so all I have left is doing adding the, I should have looked this up. I was telling my husband earlier what I had left, and it's like, it's not the hem, but it's, oh my, you know, adding the, oh my goodness, I feel like I need to just look it up, but that's going to take time. But hopefully you guys, you can help me down below because I'm just forgetting. But yeah, it's basically working the neckline and then the arm holes here, and then adding that to it. I think it's a 2x2. No, it's a 1x1. So it'll be a 1x1. It's not even a brim. I keep thinking hem, but I don't even think it's a hem, so I don't know what I'm thinking about. Okay, so yeah, I'm super excited that this is almost off my needles. I mean, it's off my needles now, but I'm gonna have it back on the needles here pretty soon. But yes, I'm excited. I will be making another one of these in a different color for someone else, so I think that it will work up even quicker because, you know, I've already done it once. Once you do one, you kind of already know what you're doing, and then the next one goes quicker. So that will be great because it will just be great. And I think yeah, like I said, I already said that. Okay. So I did, in the process, start a new project because I just wanted to have something quicker and shorter. And at the time, the last few days, you know, the last 2 weeks, I just wasn't really feeling a lot of, you know, especially while I was sick, I just wasn't feeling working on the ones that I was working on. And that's so normal for me too. Sometimes you get sick of seeing the same project. So you're just like, oh, I need something new. So I did start a new project, and that is a hat. It is by Joji Locatelli, and it's a twisted affair hat. So I did start this one. I'll put a better picture because I didn't print this in color, but here is the picture. And she came out with this pattern a couple months ago, I think it was. So I really liked it. And this was she came out with this pattern, and it's a free pattern, so that was very nice. And here is my progress on that. I've got the brim done, and then I started the body of the hat. And this is a cabled, so it's like you do cable work, and then you have like 9 rows of just regular work, and then cable, and then regular. So it should go by pretty quickly. And of course, I did forget the tag to this yarn. I had it in the middle like I normally do, but my daughter took it out, and I forgot to put it back in. And I know where it is. It's downstairs. I know where it is, and I should have grabbed it, and I forgot. But I want to say this yarn, I got it from the local yarn shop here in Wasilla at Fiber and Ice, and it is, I don't know what her line is called. Dancing? No. Oh, well, it will be down below, as always. But the color is beautiful. I love purple with black, and it's just beautiful, beautiful. So I can't wait to see the hat finished. I'm excited about it, and I hope that it fits my head, because what I've come to find out, I've never really, I shouldn't say never, but I haven't really been a person that likes to wear hats or wears hats or anything. But as I really don't even like saying this, but as I've gotten older, but not, I do get a little bit colder nowadays, and I've been wearing hats. And I just have been wearing one that my husband has had for a long time. You know, I don't even know where he got it. It's nothing handmade or anything. But it's really big, and it's really stretchy. And so I had made a hat, I don't know, like a month or 2 ago, using this other yarn, and I was like super excited because it was a really pretty yarn. Totally nothing that I would normally wear, but I was excited about it. Made the hat, and it didn't fit me. I had made the size, you know, I think I made just the adult size, and it did not fit me. I was like, oh my goodness, I must have a big head. And I have measured my head before, but I don't know if I did for this hat, because I'm not gonna lie, I have a horrible habit of not gauging things, and I don't necessarily always do things the way you should. So that's not a good thing. Like, I really need to work on that. But that hat was just, yeah. Anyways, didn't fit on me, so now my daughter wears it. It's still a little bit too big for her, but she still can wear it. It still fits, you know. We just fold it up. It's no big deal. But it was so disappointing. I'm like, oh my god. So this time on this hat, I made sure to make the biggest size. Like, I cast it on and she only has this one in 2 sizes anyways. It's a medium and large. So the large is 23 3/4, which should fit my head, because I believe mine's like 23 something. So hopefully it fits, because I have a big head apparently, and I just need to make, so yeah, we'll see, because I mean, I don't know, you know, but look, there's a nice little stretch there. So yeah, looking forward to having this done to be able to wear. Not that I'm gonna need it, but like I've said before, today's video is just like I've said before. I'm in Alaska, so you never know. You can always wear this whenever, because it could be cold. So that was that one. And I was just thinking about something as I was talking, and now I forgot, because I was trying to finish up that conversation, and now it's gone. So hopefully it comes back to me. The next project is not a new cast on, but it is new to me showing it to you guys. I shouldn't say that I completely forgot about it, but I did forget about it, because I had started this in the fall last year. My niece asked me for a halter top, like, I don't even know what it would be called, either a halter top bikini top, or just a halter top type top. And but she didn't need it, you know, she wasn't going to need it until spring. So I started it, and then I wanted to get, you know, it took a while to get together with her to make sure that it was going to fit before I completely finished it off. So I just forgot about it, and I hadn't really worked on it. And then I was cleaning up, and I found where I had stored her project, and oh man, of course the tag to the yarn isn't here. And I was like 100% sure it was going to be in this bag, because I was like, well, all the yarn is in there, you know. I don't know why I trust myself sometimes. Like, I just need to check the stuff so that I can have all the info, and of course, no, it doesn't happen. So I need to be better about that. And I think that's kind of where I was going to go, was I've just been so many fuzzies. Ooh, you guys are going to see that because of the sun. But I was kind of briefly mention how I'm really trying to work on my schedule, on my daily schedule, my time management. I have talked about this before, but I'm only, you know, human. I haven't had, like, it hasn't worked out. It's just, I haven't been doing really great at it. And so I'm trying again, you know, like every day is a new day. So I'm trying, you know. And I'm trying to figure out my days, because I have so many likes, so many interests, so many hobbies. So I'm like trying to figure out what days to do what, so that I can really get a full, you know, like week of all my hobbies. Because I want to be able to do everything, you know, like I want to be able to knit and crochet, and I want to be able to sew, because there's a quilt that I need to start, and I want to be able to read, and I want to be able to do my scrapbook journal, because I briefly talked about that last time, and I can talk about it more. And it's just like, okay, I need to pick my days and pick the times, or block off that time for this time. But the thing is that I'm also not a person who can really go by a schedule. And so I think that's what makes it hard, because, you know, sometimes things don't work out the way you want them to. You know, sometimes your schedule can be totally thrown out the window just because, you know, something, you know, especially when you have little ones, or, well, now I have, you know, teenagers and a little one. So sometimes my schedule is just, you know, oh, well, this kid's got, so either way, I'm just trying to figure out something more, not concrete, but I guess something that I can kind of go by, you know, like, okay, Mondays I'm going to work for the, you know, work on this. Because my knitting and crocheting, I feel like it needs to be on an everyday basis, because I do love it, and I love doing that. It's a way that I am able to, you know, just, it relaxes me, it makes me happy, it brings me joy. So I think that would be a part of my everyday life. But there's the other things that I want to do too, you know, the reading is also like an everyday thing. So I think I just need to get my blocks, like blocks of time, where I can just dedicate to a specific hobby. But then the other blocks of time will just be, you know, my knitting and crocheting, because it's just there. As much as I don't want to spend too much time on, you know, I don't know. So it was just something that I wanted to share with you guys, because I am wanting to have more of a set schedule, but not really, because but you know, I've been watching some videos on here to see how other people do it, and it's kind of been helpful, kind of getting ideas on what might work for me. So, because I do want to share about the things that I enjoy doing. So that was kind of my whole thing there. I don't know, but yeah, anyway, so maybe you have some thoughts on that, or some comments that can help me. Feel free to share them down below, because I am obviously, and I know I need to figure out a way to kind of keep my stuff that I really, because what I find that happens is that I focus on one too much, and then I don't do the others, and I want to do the others. And I think that's where that's what I'm trying to fix, is I want to be able to do the other ones too. So yes, okay. Moving on to my nieces. Let me shake this again, because I think that's where the fuzzies are coming. It was in a bag, but apparently still got, you know. So, okay. So this is her. Let me put that down. So here is the top. And actually, that might be the back side. I think this is the front side. Is it? Let me see here. Yeah. So here's the top. And it was kind of based off of a picture that she liked. And then I used a, I'll make sure to link the video down below because I used a YouTube video to kind of help. I used quite a bit of things because I just remembered. I used the base of this part of the top from a bralette that I had. It's a pattern. I'll make sure to also post that. I forgot the name, but it was something bralette, and I had that pattern from a while ago. And so I kind of used the base off of that, and then the YouTube video that kind of helped. Also, it also goes through the base of this, and then, you know, you can kind of pick and choose what you want to do for the decorations, not decoration, but what you want to do for the details on the top and the bottom. And so then I just kind of used the picture she liked and just kind of incorporated all these things together. And so here I am to the part where, and what another thing that I was going to remind you guys to do is to write down notes. I was doing really good about writing down notes, and then all of a sudden I stopped, and here I am. Or maybe it's because I started writing these notes after this because I don't remember what crochet hook I was using, so now I'm gonna have to, you know, I have a feeling it was size H, which I think is 4.5. I'm 4.5. I think it's 4.5 because G is 4, but it could have been I. So you see, this is why it's not good when you don't write notes. You should be writing notes of your projects just in case you set it down and don't pick it up for a while, because then you won't know what you used. But I'm pretty sure I used 4.5. I am going to have to test it a couple times though, just to be sure that everything's looking the same. But yes, write notes because this can happen. Well, it's happening to me. So yeah, so I'm at the part where I go back up, and I think I'm just doing the border, I think is what it was. And then I go back up to the top here to add the straps. And I'm not sure because I'm going to have to look up the video that I use. But I want to say that that's where I'm at in this top, is just the adding the straps, because then the back is going to have a strap too, but it'll be a lace, it'll be laced back here. So yeah, anyways, this will be super nice when it's all done. I don't know if I'm going to add padding inside. I'm not sure. Maybe, I think I'm not sure if she's using this as a top or if she's planning on using it as a bikini top, or I don't know. I have to ask her, but I may add the padding inside here, but we'll see. So maybe this will be something else that will be in the finished objects for the next time. But I am excited. It's super pretty, you know. Wish I could pull this off, but I don't think so. Yeah, so that is the other work in progress. I'll make sure to have everything though that I use down below because I don't quite remember it. And like I said, I wasn't writing notes, which is not good. I should have been writing notes, and that's my mistake. So next time I will hopefully have notes for future projects that I stop working on. So I'm going to insert this on one of the, probably the ending somewhere, because I totally forgot to share it with you guys. I was going and going and going, and I totally forgot. So I also had made some tassels, and I wanted to show you guys the tassels that I had made that I need to send off because they were part of the shawl that I had shown last time, the Martha's Meadow shawl, and it was like a creamy color with black. So I made some tassels to add to that, and I just need to get them off so that they can go with the shawl. And look how cute they are. They're just so cute. I did record how I do these, so I'm going to post that as well. Added some beads. I actually have 4, but you don't actually need 4 for a shawl, but I went ahead and just did whatever was left over of the yarn. This is just gonna be, you know, it's for my sister-in-law's shawl, but in case you don't remember. Anyways, so she could really just use these either for her shawl, or if she wants, she can use it for something else, decorating her phone, decorating her planner, decorating pretty much anything in her purse. They can be used for anything. They're just so cute and pretty, and I just love making tassels. I don't know why I don't do them more often, because, you know, especially if you have stash yarn, or, you know, you just yarn you don't have enough to do a hat with, or, you know, a project with, you can just make them into tassels and add some beads or add some fun little stuff to it. And I like to put these lobster claws on them, because then it can, is that gonna show up? Not that I need it to focus, but there we go. I like to add those so that it makes it removable. So if you don't want to put them on the shawl, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can. Or like I said, you could just use it for something else. So yeah, I totally forgot to share it. And before I completely went, you know, downstairs and everything, I was like, I gotta show it. It's just gonna be added in a different spot. So, but it's okay. But yeah, it's cute. And I'll be sure to also post the video of how I made that, in case you're interested in knowing. So yeah. But okay. Last but not least is a project that is not knitting or crocheting, but it is cross stitch. And this one was something that I picked up a little bit after I started feeling better, because I wasn't feeling like knitting or crocheting or working on something that I had to, I don't know. I don't know why. Because this one you kind of have to also think. Not really, but you do. But I started to work on this. Let me show you the picture first, because this looks like nothing. My son, this we got 3-4 years ago, maybe. Probably 3. I hope it's not bright. Like, I'm like looking over here and it's like, oh my. Okay. And it's a cross stitch of a stormtrooper. And he, you know, we were at the store and he's like, oh, I want it. My other son also got one, and he got a sloth, like a sloth hanging from a tree. His was a lot smaller though, super cute. But this was definitely like 3-4 years ago. Who knows? Maybe even more. But I don't think it was much more. Who knows? Maybe. Anyways, it's my younger son, he did start his. He has been working on his on and off for this whole time that we've had it, and he's almost done with it. You know, he's completely done it by himself. Well, my older son, you know, he's the one that wanted the stormtrooper, and he got this, but he had started it because I was helping him, and he had started it, but he literally, you can't see, so he had literally only done these, just this little part right here. Okay, that's all he had done. That's all he ever wanted to do, which is fine. You know, my younger son is definitely more on the creative side, and so he's a little bit more of, I think he does like to do these kind of things, but then he doesn't. So, you know, but it kind of touches on creativity. So I think that's why he's kind of kept with it on and off, even if it's been on and off, you know, he's kept with it. But my older son, he just, I don't think he is. He just did not have an interest. So I took over, basically. That's all I'm trying to say, is that I took it over. I'm like, you know what? This needs to be done. I want to do it for you. I felt like doing cross stitch. I hadn't done it in a long time, so I was like, I'm gonna do it. So I haven't done too much. Ooh, don't fall. But I got this part done, the blue part. So basically I've done all of this here, and then I'm starting at the top of his head. So it's, unfortunately, it's in white, so I don't know if you'll be able to see the white stitches, but I've just got all this right here. Yeah, so I am just doing this as a side thing when I don't feel like knitting or crocheting, or I just want to do something else that's mindless. I don't know. And I'm excited to see this grow, because, like I said, it's been in the works for 3, 4, maybe 5 years. It's just been sitting there. I'm like, I've got to do something with this. So yeah, this is my other work in progress that's crafting related. So that is it. I have no finish objects today. I mean, I kind of had one, but not really. I kind of already told you that I plan on doing another vest. So that's a future cast on. Last time I had said that I wanted to do a cast on for myself. I think that's going to have to be pushed back a little bit more again, because there's a poncho that has come through of, we're just working on colors. It's a poncho that I made, a cute story. Made a poncho for, it's one of my mom's friends' daughter. Made her a poncho years ago. Maybe not years ago, but you know, the daughter has grown. And she is still wearing the poncho to this day. And my mom had shared the picture with me. And I was like, oh my goodness, that is crazy. Like, I can't believe it still fits her. Like, it fits her, but you could tell that she's outgrown it. So the mom or the daughter was, because I told my mom, does she want another one? You know, does she want another one that's going to be, you know, bigger so that it fits her a little bit nicer? Not nicer, that's because it still looks nice. It's just that she's grown, she's taller, you know? And so my mom asked her mom, and her mom asked her, and she's like, oh yes. And I said, just pick, if you want different colors, I can make different colors. If you don't. And so we're right now working on the colors. So I think that those will be my two next projects, is the other vest and then the poncho. And then once I'm close to finishing those, I think that then I will start hopefully working on the one I want to work on. But we'll see, because a lot of the times I'll just start it and go from there, because why not? I just have to remember to write my notes. That's all I'll have to do, is remember to write my notes, so that if I stop, I can remember where I stopped, instead of be like, I don't know where this came, where I'm at. So yes, so that is the plan for those. And then I did start my scrapbook journal. Let's get these words out right. I did start that, so that has been very exciting. I am finding, I already knew that I'm creative, but I'm not like creative. So the first page of my scrapbook journal is kind of like, and then my second page turned out better, I feel like. I may or may not share it. I was thinking maybe it would be a separate kind of video, because it's a craft, but it's not really related to, we'll see, I'm not sure. But I may share what I've got, and then I need to work on some more, because I'm kind of backtracking a little bit, just because I have the pictures of our trips from last year, and I still want to put those on there. And then a couple, other little things from 2024, but then I want to continue on with this year's things, the pictures I've taken so far, which I can't say have been a lot. I need to do better about taking pictures. It's crazy sometimes how I can go days without taking pictures, and I look at my daughter and I'm like, oh my goodness, Kim, you need to take more pictures. She's growing, and I want to see pictures of, when she's growing. So, and just even with my boys, they're growing too. It's crazy how time just, time, it's always time, right? But yes, I got that done, and it's great. I have been enjoying that so much. It makes me happy to see the photos there, to where I can look back on them and be like, oh, this was, this, or this was that. It's just great. So that is all I have today. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope, like I said, I hope the lighting isn't bad. Now it's like the sun's moving, and I'm thinking I probably should stop, because look, I'm going to be going into the dark. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, awesome weekend this weekend. I hope that you guys are able to do things that you enjoy doing, and be able to relax or do whatever it is that you're doing. And feel free to share that down below too, to let me know how you spend your days, or how you like to unwind from the day. That would be awesome, because we all know that that's the time, like the unwinding is a nice time. So, all right, without keeping this too long. Thank you again so much. I had fun, and if you like this video, please feel free to like the video and or subscribe. That would mean a lot to me, and I will catch you guys on the next one.